That was insane. That was insanity. What is going on, everyone? With me in tennis, I'm more than your casual fan, but I'm not your die-hard fan. But I set my alarm at 8:30, 8:35, 8:40, 8:45 to make sure I was up for this match. So I care. My care level is there. I wanted to watch this whole thing. I tweeted out a picture at 9:02 a.m., my feet up on the couch, and a picture of Raj warming up. And I was ready. I was ready to crush this entire match. And did I expect to have that beautiful event? No, I didn't. But boy, am I overwhelmed of joy from watching two competitors compete at the highest level possible. A fifth set tiebreak? Both players having opportunities? It was insane. That's the beauty of sports right there. That was an epic final. I like the new rule. Let's talk about the new rule, okay? Because if it goes 12-12 in that fifth set, you go to a tiebreak. Now, if you ask me, Broge, what do you think would have happened if they continued to battle it out? I think Raj would have probably got the job done. But it's fair game. Both players know the rules. Both players have an opportunity when it's 12-12 to enter the tiebreak and go out there and win. There's no advantage. Everyone knows the new rule. Roger had just as much of a chance to get the job done in the tiebreak as Djokovic did. So would I have liked to see them go out until the last man drops from giving 100% effort? Yeah, that sounds entertaining, but this makes sense. And I'm okay with it. And Djokovic found a way to grind it out and win. Now this is when there was the opportunity for Roger in that fifth set tiebreak to get it done and win it. It was 8-7 in favor of Roger Federer. He's up 40-15. He's smacking aces back-to-back. Fantastic serves. He lost. Djokovic comes back, fights his way back, and ties it up 8-8. Right there, I put a star in my notes. Raj, you let it slip. You let it slip. But you can counter that by saying Djokovic was up 4-2 in the fifth set at one point. Well, did Novak let it slip? That's what I'm saying. So many different opportunities, so many different chances for both of these players. Djokovic found a way to grind it out and win. All around, I thought Roger was the better player today. You can go through every set. In the first set, Djokovic wins in a tiebreak. Roger was down 3-1 in that tiebreak, goes up 5-3, and loses. All right, Djokovic finds a way to squeak one out, really. Set 2, Roger dominated. It wasn't even close, and it looked like Djokovic gave up. And that brought a interesting thought in my mind, because you don't want to give up sets, obviously. You never want to take anything for granted. I know you just battled out a really strong first set and you have a 1-0 lead in sets, but you can't just throw one away. But at the same time, think about it. If you know you're going to lose at one point, do you save energy? Do you save your energy? Because it's like, why would I go full out to battle back 3-4 games and still lose? Why would you do that? But you also don't want to throw away a set. It's a tough spot to be in. It looked like Novak Djokovic decided to kind of throw the flag in at that set and save some energy. It's a smart tactic, but at the same time, I don't know if I can agree with it. You got to play the middle in that spot, really. You move on to the third set. Djokovic finds a way to win in a tiebreak again. The fourth set, it was closer than what it looked like. The score read closer than how it felt. Roger Federer dominated. He was dominating with aces, too. And then we know what happened in the fifth. It seemed like Djokovic had a strategic game plan and executed it. Roger played the better tennis match, in my opinion. And listen, I'm not saying Djokovic didn't play well. They both played fantastic. I thought Roger might have played just a little bit better. But that doesn't mean the better player always wins. That was one of those Wimbledon finals, and realistically, finals ever in any major when it comes to tennis. You won't forget. You will not forget. That was a battle of the ages, longest match. Really, I'm sitting there watching him hold the trophy at the end, and I'll get to the trophy part of this. I look at the clock, it's 2:15. I sat down at 9 o'clock. I had my coffee. I'm sitting there with my legs crossed, relaxed, leaned back, sipping my coffee. I look down when Djokovic was holding the trophy. It's 2:15. Where did the day go? And guess what? I would do it all over again. Those are the tennis matches where you are in amazement, pure amazement, with how these athletes go out there and fight to the very end and give you everything. To be able to actually go that long, you're talking about what, a 32-year-old, a 37-year-old? And it's funny because Djokovic, number one in the world, he's playing in an arena where everyone was really rooting for Roger, 90% of it. How about you number one in the world and nobody wants you to win? The odds are against you, the fans against you. He's not used to that situation. But you get thrown up against Raj, and that's what happens. Now, I'm a Rafael Nadal guy, but I respect all three of them. Tennis, right now, with this era of three guys, I'm afraid for what it's going to be like with them gone. They changed the game. This is outstanding tennis, an era that might not ever be duplicated again. So even though Rafael Nadal lost to Roger in an emotional battle in the semis, I was still rooting for Roger at the end of the day. Nothing against Djokovic, but I love what Roger stands for as well. Plus, I wanted to see him win another major. But I'm cool with it. I thought that was, at the end of the day, just an entertaining match, and that's what I'm here for when it comes to tennis. I want to be entertained. Like I said, I'm more than your casual fan, but I'm not your diehard fan. It's interesting. I think to myself, if this was Bob Smith versus Joe Johnson, am I waking up at 9 a.m. to watch this match? Probably not to this degree. I wouldn't have 5 alarms on to make sure I was up. I'd probably set one at 8:55. If I didn't wake up, I didn't wake up. But that shows you the power of what these guys do. It brings the level of casual fan and above to really watch it. This was the sports news today. This was rocking and rolling all over Twitter. This was trending. Every important person is tweeting about this damn match because it was so intense. You got to give respect to both sides. But you take a look around the chances for both players and where they missed spots and where they executed on spots. That's the beauty of sports right there. That's the beauty of the majors. That's the beauty of tennis. Roger Federer playing at the age that he's playing and competing at the level that he's competing at. It's mind-blowing. He's close to his 40s and he's playing 5.5-hour matches? 5-hour matches? Going deep into tie breaks? How do you do that? How are you that conditioned? Now, I love Raj, but one thing I noticed, and I think it hurt him, and who am I to judge, but it was that backhand. There were times he was trying to live and die with that backhand when he could have set his feet, used his forehand, and powered it down the line, but he continued to go with that backhand. At times with that slice as well. I'm thinking, come on, Raj, if that's me, I'm setting my feet, I'm smacking it down the line the other way. But he continued to use that backhand. I can't get over how entertaining that was. It gets to the point where my girlfriend's mom's in the kitchen, who has no intention ever to watch something like this, and other people around the house, they realized how big it was. Everyone's sitting in the living room, going crazy, going like this, watching the match. Because it was that powerful. Because the moment was that big. And let's talk about the trophy. The fact that you only get that trophy for a very limited time, whew, that's special. That is so special. You finally win Wimbledon. And I know some of these guys are winning multiple times. But you finally win it. You have it in your hands. And it's taken from you just like this, and you get a replica that sits at home. The pure joy of having that in your hands for that very small amount of time. That's the beauty of sports. The beauty of sports. That's what has gotten me into all of this. Everything I do. I'll never forget it. I met one friend in my life. Nah, I've met multiple friends in my life, but this specific one, shout out to Hassan, turned me into sports loving with that line there. The beauty of sports. Because it's so powerful. And this was one of those moments for me where I smile, I nod my head and say, this is it. This is why I do what I do. This is why I love what I love. Because of moments like this. We're competitors who put everything on the line. Who train all year long. All off-season long. All career for moments like these. And then you have to step up and make the play. Then you got to step up and make it happen. And Djokovic was able to do that by winning 3 tiebreaks today. Wow. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your thoughts down below on this tennis match. Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable. It's the way you describe it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.